These are some of Minecraft's most unbelievable seeds ever found, and I'm going to be speedrunning them as fast as possible. I only have one attempt for each one, and the seeds will get progressively more difficult. Starting off, we have a seed that allows you to beat Minecraft in just 3 minutes. Because of a simple glitch caused by chunk porters, it tricks the end portal into making it light up. After you load up the world, you spawn right next to a village. So I ran and collected some beds, which I could use to kill the ender dragon. I then looted a chest, giving me food, obsidian, and a pickaxe. After I ran to a portal, giving me enough items to enter the nether. After entering, I broke through a wall which almost killed me, and got another chest giving me enough blocks to make a second portal. Just ignore me dropping all of it. Anyways, then I ran and found the location where I needed to build my next portal. It teleported me into the stronghold, and as you can see, the portal was already lit. All I had to do was wait for the dragon to perch and kill it. And just like that, I beat Minecraft in 3 minutes and 10 seconds. Now that seed was pretty crazy, but this next one does not even compare. Because when you spawn in, you were deep inside of a cave. But not only that, you spawn right on top of diamonds. And the only way I can beat this seed is if I find a way out. When I spawned in, I immediately started looking for an escape. I knew that it was going to be difficult because not even 30 seconds into the run, I almost died not once, but twice by a creeper. Anyways, then I started going up water because I knew the only way out was to get high up. After I began walking along the walls and decided to go collect some dirt. Not long after that, I found a cave, so I went down looking for a way out. But the second I entered, I almost died instantly, so I ran back out. I decided I was going to wait a little while, and after lots of thinking, I finally decided to go run through it and hope I don't die. Somehow my plan ended up working, and I began digging up to escape the cave. And just after 8 minutes, I finally got out. After I went and got some wood and found a ruined portal. This was going to be my way of getting to the nether. Then I went to another cave and made a bucket. And I built back up so I could go enter the nether. But right as I was about to make my portal, this happened. Of course I died to a creeper. Moving on, we have a seed that is sure to blow your mind. When you spawn in, the world is pretty normal, but things quickly change when you take a look at the stronghold. As you can see, there is an OSHA monument right on top of it, but it gets even crazier when you realize the end portal is already lit, and somehow an elder guardian got through the portal, leaving you with a surprise at the end. When I spawned in, I was in the middle of an ocean, so I decided to swim to the closest island. After that, I went and got some wood, made my tools, and began smelting iron. I then crafted everything I needed and traveled to a mountain I seen in the distance. When I got to land, I went and collected some food, and then found a lava pool where I built my portal and entered the nether. I spawned right next to a bastion, which honestly makes the seed even crazier. I then did some risky parkour and then towered up into the bastion. After that, I did a specific bastion route that would speed up the trading process. Anyways, after a little while, I got all the things I needed and went to find a fortress. I spotted one pretty fast, so I threw an ender pearl to get over to it. Because the end portal was already lit, I only needed to get one blaze rod. Not long after that, I built my portal and began traveling to the stronghold. It ended up taking me about 5 minutes to find it. Before entering, I crafted a few extra items, including beds. But finally, it was time. I went into the portal and immediately started fighting the Elder Guardian. I quickly realized I was not going to be able to kill it and pearled out, almost dying. As I was healing, the Elder Guardian gave me mining fatigue, making this fight just a little more difficult. I waited a few minutes for the dragon to perch, but then it was time. I beat the game, ending with a final time of 23 minutes and 14 seconds. Now, as I was making this video, I completely failed a couple seeds. So let's go take a look at them. First, we have a seed that is seen as unbeatable, because when you spawn in, you land right in a lava pit where, as far as I know, has no way for you to escape. When I spawned in, I had no idea what to do, so I ended up dying right away. The next seed has a huge glitch inside of the world. As you can see, there is a cave constantly repeating, and this goes on for thousands of blocks. But unfortunately, I did not survive very long. When I spawned in, everything was going well. I got my tools, killed the golem, and got some food. But that was until I dug down into lava caused by the glitch, making me die. That was not the way I wanted to end that seed. Now that that's over with, let's move on and look at a seed that makes absolutely no sense. The game starts off by spawning you right on top of a woodland mansion in the middle of the ocean. And to progress, I'm gonna have to survive all of the mobs inside the mansion. But if that wasn't difficult enough, you're also hundreds of blocks away from any land. I have no idea how this is even possible. When I spawned in, I didn't see much around me, so I decided to enter the mansion. Then I dug into a secret room that had some pretty good loot. After I made myself some tools and got ready to go back into the mansion. But before I even had a chance to step inside the mansion, I was already being attacked by mobs. I could tell this was not going to be easy. Not long after, I began running around inside looking for any loot, almost dying a few times. I couldn't find much and I decided it was time to go after being attacked by a bunch more mobs. I left the mansion in my boat and went looking for land. And surprisingly, it didn't take as long as I thought. I found a forest and began getting myself some food. I then ran for a little while and found a ruined portal which I got some gold from. By this time, it was starting to turn night, so I ran some more and went down into a cave. After digging for a little while, I finally found a lava pool. This is where I would enter the nether. But somehow I forgot a water bucket, so I had to go back up and get one. Anyways, I made my portal, entered the nether, and started looking for a bastion. Things quickly got worse though, because as I was exploring, I accidentally did this. I can't believe that's how I died. Now this next seed is by far the craziest and most difficult one out of them all. When you spawn in, you immediately start suffocating in a wall while you're trapped about 50 blocks underground. And to make it all worse, by the time you get out, it's already starting to turn nighttime. But not only that, the other dimensions in the seed are also pretty insane and really test your luck and skill in Minecraft. When I spawned in, I started mining the block I was trapped in as fast as possible so I wouldn't die right away. Then I spent a total of 8 minutes mining the rest of the blocks and making a staircase so that I could get out. When I finally got to the top and out of the mountain, I went and got some wood. After I made some tools and started looking around to find a cave. I ended up finding a random mine shaft, so I went exploring. I found a pretty good chest and then I went mining to get everything else that I needed. Then I went outside to find a lava pool while trying not to die by all the mobs around me. I ended up finding one and entered the nether at about 15 minutes. Because I had no food, I collected some mushrooms and made some stew. Then I made gold boots and went looking for a bastion. It didn't take that long before I found one and I began speed bridging over to it. I started to do a bastion route and I messed it up terribly. All the mobs started attacking me, but luckily I managed to survive. Then I finished the bastion route and began trading. After a few minutes I got everything I needed and left to go find a fortress. After about 2 minutes of running, I found one and started killing blazes. I had a goal to get 7 blaze rods, but after almost dying a few times and having no luck, I ended up leaving with only 6. It was nighttime and I was scared, so I got food as fast as I could. Then I threw my first eye and started running to the stronghold. As I was running, I found a village where I slept, got some beds, and threw another eye. I ran another few hundred blocks and threw another eye, but this one broke. I didn't want to risk losing anymore, so I started playing it more safe. Once I started getting close, I threw 2 more eyes and dug down into the stronghold. I found the portal pretty quick and entered the end. After a couple minutes, the dragon decided to perch. I did the bed strategy pretty bad, so I had to finish it off with an axe. But I ended up finishing the seed in just under an hour.